Our next speaker is a 19-year-old young woman who's become an outspoken advocate and supporter of the Second Amendment. She cares about the Second Amendment so much that yesterday she was diagnosed with a case of bronchitis bordering on pneumonia, and she said, "Hell no, I'm not going to miss this rally. I'm going to show up." She's coined the term basic white girl for gun rights. Her goal is to unite the young people who support the right to keep and bear arms, show them that the young voices are as important as those who disagree with them. Would you please welcome our next speaker with a case of bronchitis? So give her a little bit of extra love, Haley Marcantonio.
All right. My name is Haley Marcantonio. I'm a 19-year-old college student. I wear Ugg boots. I'm addicted to Snapchat. I live off of Starbucks. Clearly, I have one right there. I love makeup, and I enjoy getting my nails done. And I love guns. And that is why many of you know me as the basic white girl for gun rights. Like David Hogg and the students from March for Our Lives, I also grew up in the era of school shootings and active shooter drills. The fear of an active shooter was an everyday thought for me throughout high school, and it definitely still exists even now in college. Having to participate in these drills with absolutely no forewarning was always very terrifying. Sometimes you weren't quite sure if there was an actual shooter or if it was just the officers walking through the building. It was especially sad knowing that even though today it was just a drill, maybe one day it won't be. That is why so many people my age are for gun control. That is why people expect me to advocate for gun control, not gun rights. But because evil will always exist, I realized that I wasn't just scared I would be involved in a shooting anymore. I was more worried that if the time came, there would not be anyone there to defend me. And that's when it all changed. At first, I felt so alone. From what it seemed, none of my friends supported the right to bear arms. It seemed like all my friends believed that statements that we always hear: guns are bad and guns kill people. But as we all know, that is not the case. Guns can save lives. I began to get louder and louder with my views. I wasn't going to be shut down any longer. People like David Hogg had a very loud voice. People listened to him because he's young, because he's part of that generation. But guess what? He's not the only one. So am I. So are many of the young people out here today. There are young people who have been part of school shootings, active shooter drills, lockdowns, lockouts, people like you and I. We grew up in the mass shooting era too. But we know that gun control is not the way to go. If we want to save lives, we cannot disarm the law-abiding citizens. After all, armed citizens are first responders. It is okay to be young, and it is okay to support gun rights. It is time that we young people break out of our shells to break the stigma. It is time we unite, and it is time that we show the David Hoggs of the world do not speak for us. The future of the United States, the safety of our families, and the defense of the Constitution lie within the hands of the younger generations. And for this reason, it is important that we all educate ourselves, speak for ourselves, and show the gun grabbers that we will never back down. I guess that's it. Thank you. And be sure to check out the Basic White Girl for Gun Rights on Facebook.